Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Ranker Buzz. In the ongoing series of the Judicial Service Examination all over India, today we are going to deal with the Rajasthan Judicial Service Examination scheme. Till now, we have done Delhi and Haryana. So in this session, we will discuss about the Rajasthan Judicial Service Examination. So when we talk about the Judicial Service Examination, then Rajasthan is one of the states which is very important with respect to this examination. So the very first thing is that who can give this examination, who can appear in this particular examination, and which authority conducts this examination. So in the case of Rajasthan, it is the High Court of the Rajasthan, which monitors and conduct this particular examination and invites for the online applications from the candidates. Okay, so it is the High Court who is responsible for taking care of this examination, taking this examination and monitoring this examination, and whatever process is there, it has been done by the Honorable High Court. Then who are what are the eligibility criteria for this particular exam? So we can say that the first important thing is that you must be a citizen of India. Okay, this is a criteria which is there in almost all the examinations of judicial service. Then the second one is that you must have a degree of LLB. You must have a degree of LLB from any recognized university in India. किसी भी एक यूनिवर्सिटी से, recognized university से आपने जो है LLB की डिग्री जो है वो कंप्लीट की हो. That is a mandatory thing. You should not have it is not like if you are appearing then you can apply. You should have a degree of LLB from a recognized university. Then candidate should be thoroughly knowledgeable about the Rajasthani dialects and the social customs which prevail in the Rajasthan. Then you must have knowledge of Rajasthani dialects and the social customs which are prevailing in the state of Rajasthan. This is one of the criteria in this examination. Then there is age criteria, that is the minimum age is 23 years. You must be 23 years, only then you can give this particular examination, appear in this particular examination. If you are less than 23 years old, you cannot appear in this examination or fill this form for the examination. Then the maximum age which is there, the limit which is given here is a 35 years for the general category. It is the limit, that is the 35 years. Now, the SC ST people have been given the 5-year relaxation as it is given in all the examinations. So basically here you must be a citizen of India. You should have a degree of LLB from any recognized university. You must be carrying the knowledge of Rajasthani dialects, social customs, and then the age limit prescribed here is the 23 years, and the maximum age limit is 35, and it is relaxable for the people belonging to the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe categories. Now, coming to the stages involved in this particular examination, then as in the other exams, there are 3 stages involved, like preliminary examination. Prelims is there, mains is there. Mains of this particular Rajasthan Judicial Service just happened a few days before, so this is so first examination is the Rajasthan Judicial Service preliminary examination, where there is no negative marking. It is of 100 marks. 100 marks का पेपर है, and there is no negative marking. किसी प्रकार की कोई negative marking इसके अंदर नहीं है. Then coming to the 70% weightage will be given to the subject. So 70% questions will be from the law subjects, and the remaining 30 questions will be from the the weightage shall be given to the proficiency in Hindi and the English language. English और हिंदी language से बाकी के 30% questions आपके रहेंगे. And when it comes to the law subjects, then it is same as it is there in the mains examination of law paper 1 and the law paper 2. आपके same ही रहेंगे. जो भी आपके mains examination का syllabus है वही आपका prelims का syllabus होगा. Just यहाँ पे difference ये है कि यहाँ पे आपके जो questions आएंगे वो मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस होंगे, मींस इट विल बी अ एमसीक्यू पेपर. Then then comes the Rajasthan Judicial Service mains examination. It is written in nature. It is written in nature and carries 300 marks. 300 marks का आपका पेपर होता है. 100 marks plus 100 marks and plus 50 plus 50 means 50 for law paper, 100 for law paper 1, 100 for law paper 2, 50 for Hindi language essay and 50 for English language essay. And then comes the interview. Once you clear the exam, this written mains examination, then you appear for the interview, which is of 35 marks. And once you clear this interview also, then the final merit list will come. So basically we have seen that the first thing is that there will be a preliminary examination, and in which there is no negative marking. Then it is of 100 marks, and when it comes to 100 marks, then 70 marks belongs to the law subjects, and these law subjects are same as from the mains examination, law paper 1 and law paper 2. And then 30 marks comes from 30 marks weightage has been given to the Hindi and the English language. The language has been given 30 marks here. Then comes the mains examination, which in which four papers are there: paper 1, law paper 1, law paper 2, English essay, and the Hindi essay. So these are the four written examinations there. Then comes the interview, and then the final merit list is completed. So now the prelims, when it comes to the prelims subjects, so what are the subjects there in prelims? So when it comes to the law, as I told you, that same syllabus as prescribed for the paper 1 and paper 2 for the mains examination, which carries the 70% weightage, and then the Hindi proficiency and English proficiency, which carries 30% weightage here. तो बेसिकली प्रीलिम्स के अंदर जो है मेनली दो जगह से क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. वन इज फ्रॉम द लॉ, जो कि सेम सब्जेक्ट्स हैं. देन इट विल बी फ्रॉम द हिंदी एंड द इंग्लिश proficiency. Then coming to the next, that is the mains examination syllabus की अगर हम बात करें, तो as I've told you that it is divided into certain papers. When it comes to the law paper 1, जब law paper 1 की बात करते हैं, तो it carries 100 marks. 100 marks का पेपर है आपका. The first one is the code of civil procedure. Code of civil procedure, that is 1908, which is one of the subjects. Then Constitution of India, then Indian Contract Act 1872, then Indian Evidence Act 1872, the Limitations Act 1963, then the TPA, that is Transfer of Property Act 1882, then Specific Relief Act 1963, Interpretation of Statutes, then Rajasthan Rent Control Act 2001, and the next is the Order and the Judgment Writing. यहाँ पे आप Order and Judgment Writing भी पूछी जाती है आपसे. You will be giving situation and you have to write certain orders of the format of the judgment here. So these are the subjects in the law paper 1, which carries 100 marks. 100 marks का paper है, and these are the subjects you have to clear. Then the second paper, the law paper 2, the subjects here is the Code of Criminal Procedure, that is the CRPC, then Indian Evidence Act 1872, Indian Penal Code 1860, Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015. Then the NI Act, that is Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, and in this most specifically chapter number 17 is there. Then comes the Probation of Offenders Act 1958, Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, and Framing of Charges and Judgment Writing. तो जैसा कि फर्स्ट पेपर में था, वैसे यहाँ पे भी सेकंड में जो है फ्रेमिंग ऑफ चार्जेस एंड द जजमेंट राइटिंग से भी क्वेश्चन आपके आएंगे, अदर देन these static subjects. So this is about the second paper. Then coming to the language paper, which is here, that is the first paper is the language paper 1, which is of Hindi essay writing, and it carries 50 marks. 50 marks का ये paper होगा आपका. Then comes the language paper 2, and it is of like English essay, and it also carries 50 मार्क्स here. तो बेसिकली दो ऐसे आपको मतलब दो सब्जेक्ट्स के ऐसे आएंगे, एंड वन इज ऑफ हिंदी एंड वन इज ऑफ इंग्लिश, दोनों ही के आपको ऐसे वहां पर लिखने होंगे. इट विल टेस्ट योर नॉलेज ऑफ हिंदी, ओ सॉरी, हिंदी एंड द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज टेस्ट. Then the then coming to the interview, so interview carries 35 marks, and when the interview will take place, so in an interview, you know in interviewing a candidate, the suitability of the employment to the RJS shall be, that is Rajasthan Judicial Service, shall be tested with reference to his or her record in the school, college, university, and his or her character and personality. So it is basically a personality test. Most of the questions will be of general nature and will not necessarily related to the academic or legal. There may be some questions from the legal and the academic background also, but there will be a more general question, because the knowledge of law has already been tested once you have cleared the examination, that is the mains and the prelims examinations of different subjects. Then definitely it is the a kind of personality test which is left now. So this was about the interview, and so we have here discussed about the prelims, mains, and the interview thing. So right now it is still in the process. अभी currently जो है exam चल रहा है राजस्थान public इसका राजस्थान judicial services का, and the mains has just happened. So very soon the results will be out, and once the results will be out, there is a very high probability that the next vacancy will come. So all of you who are willing to prepare for this examination can definitely start preparing for this examination, so that you can, once you go out of the law college, you can appear in this particular examination. So thank you so much for joining. We will come up with another session on another judicial service examination, the details of or the scheme of different judicial service examination in the coming sessions. So thank you so much for joining.